Alright, we are back. I have started sanding on this piece. I am applying water so as not to get dust everywhere. And that was the only 221 I had. I'm going to put this one back on. We're going to do this one again. I am sanding down where I had flowers sticking up. That way I won't have to apply in any more layers, just one last top layer. And you want to start with your most thickest grit and work your way down. This one is 100. I started with 80, now I'm at 100. And I'm just going in all different directions. Make sure this is smooth. Again, if you would like a link to the products I am using, I will be putting them in the description below. And I'm just simply wiping off the dust so I can see where I am as far as how much more I need. This one needs more. I haven't quite gotten to level part here. Gotta be careful, this thing will get away from you. Alright, I am going to trade out and put on one more. When you find that it's not really sanding anymore, you need to put on a new pad. That should do it. All right. Now let's see what we got. A clean towel. Alright, we're going to go with our next grit. And this one was the 100. And the next one is our 200. All of these little sanding discs come with the Epoxy Resin sander. It has a little holder and everything. You can turn it on 3 different settings. There's low, medium, and high, and there's a delay, and it works cordless, or you can plug it in, which will give it a little more power, but it's working just fine for me. And you just want to sand all over water going in different directions until your sanding marks from your last pad are gone. And I am just simply going in different directions. And we're going to go with our next one. That was our 200. Now we're going to go with our 1500. Actually, we'll go with our 1000 before we get to our 1500. And all the water does is keep the dust down. I don't want it all over everything. Looking good. That was our 1000. Now we're going to go to our 1500, which is the next finer grit. We're going to keep doing this until we get down to our 5,000. Already getting clearer. That was our 1,500. Now we're going to put on our 2,000. And we're just going to sand until those marks that we just put on are gone. They're getting where you can't see them. Alright, we're up to our 5,000. This is more of a polishing tool. Like I said, we're going to put on that last layer, and that's our tabletop layer, which is going to make this food safe and very glossy and a beautiful tray. Alright, let's see. Of course, we're going to have to make sure we get all the water off of it when we put our next layer on. We don't want any water anywhere near. Alright, got that. And this is getting pretty heavy. This is my barrier that was to keep all of the glue resin inside and not drip out the back. So we'll remove that when we're finished. And we're going to get a fresh paper towel. And this time we're going to use our alcohol to clean it. You want to make sure you get all the dusting, sanding, debris, and water absorbed. Anything that isn't supposed to be here needs to be removed now. I got some dust trying to hide in my corners. Hope you can see that. That's all I was doing, was taking that little rubber spatula doohickey thing and digging it out. We don't want any of that in our resin. Alright, I'm going to finish cleaning this thing up. Be right back.